Day 3 of RMRK Skybreach's public land sale is on, and today, now that I'm actually back, done with Decoded, I did decide to buy some land. I had to look around and try to understand which one looks valuable, and after talking to a number of people as well, I actually got a guy from my community to buy me 2 rare lands just near the community, because we all want to get land together. Apparently it is useful to have land next to your community, but aside from that, I also got 3 other pieces of land just now. I actually got common ones, not rare ones, simply because there is something interesting with regards to these after doing some more digging. So I actually got this land here, which is basically sharing 2 different types of land. So we've got the necro type and the steampunk type of land, right? And if you look here at the entropy, some of the rarer lands have a higher percentage chance of the resources to be reset, right? So not only rare lands have high percentage chance, but also common ones. So the highest that you can get for a common land with a high percent chance is 0.001%. The majority are like 0.0001%. With some you have the probability of say 0.0005%. But then this one is actually the best when it comes to 0.001%. Now there are other types of land that you can get. For example, if you get a land which is in between 3 different colors, as you can see here, there's the meadow one, 25% meadow, 50% necro, and 25% steampunk. And depending on your Canaria bird apparently and the traits it has, you'll have different advantages by buying land in these certain areas. So that way, if you have multiple Canaria birds, it could be beneficial to own land in these kind of mixed areas to take advantage of the different types of land to match with your bird basically. And so yeah, this is another thing that you could look at. Now unfortunately the entropy for this one is not that high, it's 0.0005%. So obviously the one that I just got earlier on, which I showed you, does have a higher entropy. Okay, so the materials are going to be reset quicker. Now aside from this land, I also got 2 more lands in the cyber area here, as you can see. Now there may be a shortcut on how you can actually see which lands you own, but I don't know what that shortcut is, unfortunately. So I've just basically started looking into this, and I've done some digging just to see like what the lands are like. And so this is what we've got here. We got 2 other cyber lands here. This one has again 0.001%, which is the highest that you can get for common, but unfortunately this one is only cyber land, so it's not mixed. And then I got this one here just to be close to it. This one does have the lowest possible entropy. Once again, I only got this because it is close to this one. I just wanted to get 2 different lands next to each other, just in case I might get one of those chunkies, because apparently you can get a chunky if you're lucky. And unfortunately, I didn't get a chunky, right? So yeah. Sometimes if you get land next to each other, you might get lucky and you might hit a chunky, because if you look here, there wasn't any chunky found. So it's possible that maybe any of these lands might have a chunky. Okay, and look, you can see some of them will have the chunky here. Like people had to buy a lot of land here just to actually find 2 chunkies. Okay, see the water land here. So even though the entropy was, actually it's high, 0.001%. And then for this one, it's also high. So it looks like if you have the entropy of 0.001%, there's a higher probability of you finding a chunky, but not always guaranteed, because look, it could be just random, because this one is like the lowest possible entropy, but it did find a chunky. So to me, like if you see an area, like a large area with no chunky being found here, like there's a high probability that there's another chunky around this area here. As you can see, there hasn't been any found, not until this area down here. So it's less likely that you're going to find another chunky around here, maybe further down. But this area to me looks like it could have potential for a chunky here. Now unfortunately, I'm not going to spend that much RMRK to buy every single piece of common land here just to see if I can find a chunky one. I'll just be able to buy a chunky, but I just thought, you know, it'll be fun. Let me just get 2 of them next to each other here, because at the end of the day, if it's on the mainland, then it's guaranteed to be okay with the chunky quest, right? And so yeah, I got 3 common lands and 2 rare lands, which I'm waiting to be transferred to me, which is going to be close to my community. I'm expecting to do most of the work on those rare lands, of course, because they have a higher entropy. They actually have the highest entropy, which is the 0.05%, I believe, if I remember correctly. And so yeah, the transfers for lands are going to be enabled at some point, I think, with the Dutch auction. And so that's when I'm going to get that land. And then I'll have everything together, the 3 common lands and 2 rare lands. Unfortunately, I couldn't get any epics because I just didn't have the voucher, nor nor did I have a Cocopelli to burn. And so it is what it is, but it's not the end of the world. I'm happy enough with the 2 rare lands and 3 common lands. I don't think I'm going to get any more lands unless I discover something interesting. If there's going to be any alpha dropped, then I might likely buy maybe 1 or 2 more. But for now, I'm okay with what I have. I think it's enough. I'm just going to wait for the chunky quests and see how things go. But again, if you want to get land, and if you didn't yet, the public sale is still going to run for another few days. And you can use my referral link if you want to help support this channel. You will not lose anything by using my referral link, but I will actually be able to get a small commission from you buying that land. Again, the commission is not paid by you, it is paid by the RMRK team. So basically a fee that the RMRK team would normally get would actually come to me in support for you using my referral link. So yeah, once again, if you do plan to do that, I would very much appreciate it. You can find it in the pinned comment of this video and also in the description. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. It looks pretty cool. I like the design and I like the fact that you can actually have strategies around this. And again, we don't know yet, like it's anyone's guess. You're basically throwing a dart now when it comes to strategies. We still don't know exactly. We just know that you need to have land similar to the traits of your Canary bird, and in that case you'll have different advantages. And so there's a reason why they have them with different land types here, like wind, water, cyber, etc. right? It all depends on your Canary bird. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. And by the way, just before I end the video, look at this. I mean, talking about random chunkies, there were no chunkies found all around here, but then all these chunkies right next to each other were found here, which is pretty cool. So it all depends on luck. It's very, very luck based that in some areas you can find so many chunkies. That's it from today's video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.